Hello and welcome to the France 24 interview, today in Rangoon, Burma. With us today, one of the most famous dissidents in Burma, co-founder of the National League for Democracy, Win Tin. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you very much for having us here in your garden, in your home in,
You're welcome.
in Rangoon. You are a very famous journalist, a famous dissident. You spent nearly 20 years of your life under very harsh conditions in jail for your struggle for democracy. We are experiencing here in Burma a transition, a springtime. Are you satisfied, Win Tin, with this springtime?
Well, you might say that it's a springtime, but up to now, there's no flowers in Burma yet, you see, because the changes are not really enough, and some of them are not real change. If you go down to the people at the grassroots level, they might say that they don't see any change at all and so on. It is as if they are still under the regime of the military rulers in maybe last 5 years or 10 years ago.
Were you surprised by this move 2 years ago from the junta to change?
But actually we don't believe, because all that belongs to this military rulers, juntas, ideas and so on. That their only idea is, you see, to have a military base, military rule constitution. That we know for a long time.
The follow-up will be on your old friend Aung San Suu Kyi. Do you think she changed?
Well, you see, I don't think, I would like to say, really she don't change much, because she is, I believe from since, you see, when we worked together last 25 years, democratic, you see, thinking and democratic prejudices in her mind. She cannot change so easily, you see, to be a stooge of the military rulers. She don't. The only thing is, long before she act as a statesman, you see, or icon of the democratic activists and so on. Nowadays she has playing politics, really. She is playing politics.
Don't you think that Aung San Suu Kyi is compromising too much with the military?
Not compromising too much, because there is nothing much on the part of the military to compromise, you see. But of course she is cooperating very much. I told in the Central Executive Committee meetings, I said that you must mention about this, you see, the violation of human rights and so on. Before she went to America, I told her in the meeting, but of course she don't accept it. She said that this rule of order is enough, because if there's rule of order in the society, in the country, there might be some this human rights and so on. I said this is not enough, because otherwise you will have some problems, you see, in the future. But she don't listen, you see.
So will she be president, you think, in 2015?
No, I don't think so. But of course, I don't know. Of course, we believe in her, and we believe in her, you see, political charisma, and we believe in her influences, and we believe in her intelligence, and we believe in her sacrifices, and so on. Everything, of course. She is so strong in position, but sometimes we don't really, you see, understand where she is going and so on. That's the problem.
Do you feel a bit cheated by what you see now?
Yes, of course. Yes, cheated. Not only cheated themselves, the Western countries were cheated by the military government, but also people like us, you see, democratic activists and people as a whole who live under so long, see, after 5 decades under the military rule, we think that sometimes we feel that we are cheated, because we don't have enough real change of this politics and enough change of economy and so on.
Let's talk, sir, about President Thein Sein. Some people in the West claim that President Thein Sein is the Burmese Gorbachev. What is your view on that?
Well, you see, of course, he might be termed, you see, any name, you see, but not like Gorbachev, because Gorbachev struggled, you see, in his own party. Deng Xiaoping was not that kind of person. He belongs to the military clique, military leadership, you see, down from the commander of the region in the Golden Triangle region. He was a commander. From that time on, he became Secretary 1 and Secretary 2 and so on and so forth. And he became Prime Minister of the junta government, and also he became a President of the Convention, National Convention, which drew up this Constitution, 2008 Constitution. So actually he's quite different from Gorbachev. But you can term any name, you see. But you might see that he has changed, you see. He makes different tune, you see. But the song is the same. The song is still military song.
How do you understand that the international community is trusting President Thein Sein in this way?
Well, I think that all depends, you see. That all depends on the policy of the West. So the whole countries like the US and the EU and so on, they have to change their strategy, you see. That is one. And they have to change their economic strategy, political strategy. Not only that, they think that they should, especially because of China, they should keep their position in Asia, you see. I think they have their strategy is just to have some sort of, you see, coming into place, into Burmese politics and so on. That's all. They don't think they can change much.
Win Tin, you're wearing blue today, and you're wearing blue every day.
Yeah.
Why so?
I want to express my solidarity with the political prisoner inside, and also solidarity with the people who are virtually, you see, prisoners outside. So I will keep my dress in prison color, blue color, because there is a prison color, blue color. So since that time, see, on the very day I was released, that was September 23rd of 98, then 2008. Since that time, I wear only this shirt.
How do you explain this surge of intercommunal violences who spread in Burma, in Arakan State, and more recently anti-Muslim mobs in Mektila and in Rangoon even? How do you explain this surge of violences here in Burma?
Well, all these things, you see, is we are the country where many races live, you see. Not only now, for a long time, hundreds of years ago. Maybe sometimes we have some conflict, you see, in the society, but that is, you see, gone within a month or two. That's all. But this time, you see, is quite different. Now it is not beating, but it is killing. You see, the thing is, Buddhists kill Muslims and Muslims kill Buddhists and so on. Not only that, they burn down, see, the villages and so on. So the conflict is much more intensified and very hard nowadays. So you might see that there's certain that there are some extremists on the side of Islam, and at the same time there are some extremists on the side of Buddhists. That's the problem of Mektila, you see, and Arakan and Pigu and so on.
But don't you think that some people have to gain from the violence?
Yes, of course, people know that there are some elements which are really mean to destroy peace among the people and so on. Actually, it is not really the work of the whole Buddhist community or the work of the whole Muslim community. But there are some elements, destructive elements, and very, you see, they want to make some disturbances in the society, and then they will gain, of course, some claim of political claim, you see. I think they have some benefit out of this activities.
Why are you one of the only one to speak out this way?
Well, you see, of course, the thing is, you see, that all, you see, there are, of course, there's parliament there, there's a presidential government there, and there's some sort of, you see, a sort of free expression and freedom of press somewhat, and of course there are some opening up for the foreign investment and so on and so forth, you see. But on the other hand, you see, if you really find what happened and what will happen in Burma, it all depends on this constitution, 2008 constitution. This constitution is still there, and according to that constitution, the military rule will be there. And according to that constitution, they call principle number 6. Principle number 6 is about military playing a leading role in the Burmese national politics. It is said that. That means that, you see, if there's any changes in constitution, but there's no changes for that principle. That means that the military will be here for long and go on, so on.
Win Tin, thank you very much. This is the end of the France 24 interview today in Rangoon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.